What's going on, vinyl community? Welcome to another video with the Record Spinner. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 5 more valuable records in my vinyl collection according to Discogs. Now, why 5 more, you might ask? Roughly a year and a half ago, I did a video where I talked about my top 5 most valuable records in my collection at the time, and since that video had gone up, enough time has passed for my collection to grow, get a hold of some notable pressings and editions, and I knew that sometime down the road, this was an idea that I wanted to revisit for another video, hence the records I'm going to be showing you guys in this video. And if you want to go ahead and check out the original video, be sure to click the icon in the top right hand corner. And of course, it is fair to exclude box sets and multi-LP sets, since there's already a big amount of value already to them upon purchase. And also, I realized that when I was combing through my collection database on Discogs, I came to the realization that a large bulk of my most valuable pressings come from the Third Man Records vault releases, since the resale value on some of them, especially the early ones, fetch high prices. So instead of making all my showcases Jack White related, I just chose the first one that came up and then moved on from there. And also, I won't be showcasing any duplicate titles or artists that were mentioned in the original video. So enough of the chit chat, let's jump into what this video is all about. And speaking of Jack White, first up is The White Stripes, Under Great White Northern Lights B shows. This is a 2 LP set that came out through the vault, and it brings together highlights of the other stuff that they did on their Canadian tour of 2007. Basically, they would do the main shows, and then they would do these small shows at various locations like a bowling alley, or a kids' YMCA, and they would announce them like hours prior to when they would be happening. The sound quality on this release is direct from what the film cameras caught, since it was filmed for the movie Under Great White Northern Lights, and I got a really good deal on this record a few months back. I bought it still sealed, and I did a big unveiling of it on the channel alongside The White Stripes Live in Mississippi. So between those two records, there were 2 grails that I could just cross off my list, and this record goes for a little over $300. The early Third Man Records vault releases are highly coveted by collectors, and this is definitely one of them. Next up is David Bowie's Outside. This is a concept album about art and murder. Bowie got back together with Brian Eno to work on this album back in 1995, and apparently this was going to be part 1 in a trilogy of albums that covered this narrative, but this is all that we got. At least for now. You never know what the Bowie camp is going to pull out of their hats in the foreseeable future. This is a pressing that Friday Music did back in 2019. They did a couple of different variants of this record. Comes with a triple gatefold sleeve with all kinds of artwork. And the version that I managed to get, as you'll see, is indeed the blue and green swirl variants, and I got this when it was fairly new at a record store in New York City with my girlfriend, and the value of this pressing is now at around $150. So it's releases like these that goes to show that if you want it, get it while it's hot. Next up is Dio's Holy Diver. This is a fantastic album from one of the most influential heavy metal frontmen of all time. This right here is the Rhino Start Your Ear Off Right release from 2018. It's limited to 3,500 copies, available only within North America. And it comes pressed on red vinyl. This one goes for around $145, and I literally bought this at the FYE that I work at for a little under the retail value with my discount, and it's just honestly really crazy how this stuff can skyrocket up so high. Next up is a rather cool release, and that is Kiss Alive 35. Now, this is a recording of their performance at the Download Festival in Donington during 2008. And in the mid-2000s, up until around 2010, Kiss would bring out these on-site companies to record concerts and sell them after the show via CD or USB drives. And honestly, they served as the perfect concert souvenir. And I am happy to own the first 3 Kiss concerts that I ever attended, on those formats. And Concert Live was on hand to record a number of dates on the Alive 35 European tour back in 2008, and this show just happened to be one of them. And this is an interesting kind of release because obviously Concert Live has the rights to the recording as well as the other shows that they did, and I'm sure Kiss had a hand too, because this is not a bootleg. It's a legal release. It bears the Kiss logo in an ethical way, and it also credits the website on the back. So chances are they probably okayed this release, and that was it. This was exclusively made available on the Concert Live website, limited to 1,000 copies, and I think you also got a 2 CD sampler of stuff from other shows that they recorded for free, which was really good value. This goes for about $140, and aside from the Kiss Rocks Vegas release, this is the only other legit live release on vinyl to feature the most up-to-date current lineup. And the last record I'm going to show you guys is the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band. This right here is the 2 LP 50th anniversary edition. You get the Giles Martin stereo mix on 1 LP, and then you get another LP of various alternate takes and versions of all the songs on the album. Now, shockingly, I did not get this when it was brand new. And it's funny because when this anniversary came along and there were all of the various editions that were coming out, my mom got me the 2 CD version, and then I eventually got the box set. And she actually asked me, "Do you want the vinyl?" And I was like, nah, I already have the original stereo mix already. Well, let's just say my rules have changed when it comes to getting mono mixes, stereo remixes of albums by various bands on vinyl. And while the standalone remix has almost become the regular version to buy on vinyl in terms of newer pressings, this 2 LP edition is out of print. And around the time that the White Album anniversary releases were announced, I was kind of on a manhunt trying to get this release for a good price. And I ended up getting it from a third-party seller on Amazon for roughly the retail price because I wanted to avoid the current resale value. And then literally a month after I got this, I went to my local record store, and there it was. Both a brand new copy and a used VG Plus copy. You live and you learn within the VC. This pressing goes for around $125, so if you can find it for a snaggable price, get it. The remix on vinyl is a must-own, and the outtakes are simply fun to hear. So there you guys go. Those are 5 more valuable records in my vinyl collection. Do you guys want to see more valuable records in my collection? Please let me know down in the comment section below. I can easily do a follow-up video to this. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support this channel, be sure to check me out on Patreon. See you guys in the next video, and most importantly, keep the records spinning.